Hey folks, welcome to the Data Engineers Club on YouTube. Today we are going to unravel the mystery around how null values impact various join conditions, a hot topic in data engineering interviews. This question might seem tricky, but by the end of this video, you won't need to look elsewhere for answers. So let's jump right in. So this is our scenario. We have two tables, table A and table B. Both have a single column called ID. Now with 3 null records and 1 ID record. So we have set up this scenario to focus on null values. So don't worry if you are not aware of the basic operations or the basic joins. We are gonna cover our scenario by explaining them as well. So let's start. So first we have inner join. This gives us a matching record from both the table. In our case, ID1 will find a match with ID1 of table B. So that will result one row as the output of our inner join. Now let's see this practically. So this is our inner join. Let's run. As you can see, one record, right? Let me show you the table also. As per our scenario, we have one record and 3 null record. Same goes for table B. And this is the output of inner join, one record. So let's get back to our scenario. So as a result, inner join will give one record matching ID from table A with the table B. Now why null doesn't match, right? Let's see. If you search what is null in SQL, you can find this wiki page, which is really useful to understand what null is, right? So let's read. In SQL, null is a special marker used to indicate that a data value does not exist in the database, introduced by the creator of relational database, right? So basically what it is telling is null is a marker, it's not a value, right? So that's why when we try to, and what inner join does is it tries to match, right? So it's not a value, so that's why it's not matching. It's simply a marker. Let's see another definition. So each null value is considered to be different from other null in a database. When null is involved in a comparison operation, the result is considered to be unknown, right? SQL uses a 3-valued logic with values true, false and unknown. So as per this line, whenever null is involved in a comparison, the result is considered to be unknown. So that's why inner join, it's trying to match the value, trying to compare it, and it's not getting matched because it's not a value. So that's why we don't get the nulls in inner join. But wait, let's see the outer joins, what happens there. So now coming to the left outer join, how left outer join works is it first perform the inner join, so that will give us one record. Then whatever leftover records are there in the left table, it will include that. That means 1 plus we have 3. So total will be 4 record. So that's how the left outer join works. Now let's say this practically. See, we have 4 records. So that's how null in the outer join will always come as a value, because outer join takes all the leftover records. It's not a value, but it's an entry to that table. It is considered as a record. Now let's see the right outer join. So in right outer join, similar to the left join, it performs an inner join first, then adds the remaining record from the right table. So if you see in our scenario, we have the matching record 1. That is nothing but the output of inner join. We already have written here, right? Then what are the leftover records from right table? 3 records, right? We have 3 nulls. 1 plus 3. So total will be 4. So if you remember this formula, you will be able to identify or get count irrespective of any scenario. Let's see that practically. So here comes the right outer join. See, same 4 records. Now comes the full outer join, right, or the full join. This is something interesting. It also starts with an inner join, then adds the remaining record from the both sides, means both tables. So based on our scenario, we'll get the 7 records. How? We'll see that. So first we have the inner join, as it performs the inner join first, so that will add 1 record. Then what are the leftover records from the left table? 3 nulls. Let's add that. Then what are the leftover records from right table? Again 3 nulls, right? So 1 plus 3 plus 3 equal to 7. Let's see if our understanding is correct. This is the full join. Let's run it. We got 7 records, right? That means this is correct. So just have to remember this about the outer joins. Now next we have the cross join. This is kind of straightforward. It generates a Cartesian product of rows from both tables. So with our 4 records in each table, right? We have 4 records in table A, table B. So 4 into 4, if you do the Cartesian, it will be 16. That's it. No matter what record you have null or value, simply the Cartesian of the row. 4 into 4, that is 16. So it will give us output to 16 rows. Let's check our understanding again. So this is the cross join. See, we have total 16 records, right? 16 row affected. Now at last we have the natural join. So natural join, this is the least used join and works like an inner join if both tables have the same column or the common column, right? So, and it behaves like a cross join if we don't have any common column. So in our case, we have the common column ID, right? So it should behave like an inner join and give us a 1 record. So if we don't have this common column, it behaves like a cross join. Let's see if our understanding is correct. See, we have 1 record, same as output of inner join. We don't provide any on condition for the natural join. That is one thing to remember. And it behaves same as the inner join when there is a common column. So that's it, folks. I hope you found this video useful, helpful. If you have any question, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching.